What it do, cool cats? It's your boy Knox Black, chilling with the top back, here to welcome you back to another episode of Black's Magic Arena. Today we've got last week's runner-up, our Gruul Bumi list, and it's coming back for vengeance to see if this week it can actually claim that crown of King of the Week. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Now, for anybody who's new to what we do here, let me explain the format. The Black Magic Gauntlet is simply, every week we take 5 different decks and we play them out Monday through Friday. Every deck is going to have its own day, and they'll all play the same number of games. At the end of every week, we have a spreadsheet that we use to tally up everything, and our highest performing deck of the week will be labeled our King of the Week, which does actually matter because this is the deck that we will use on stream on Sundays in order to see how far we can get up the ladder, and we do that on Twitch, right? The bottom 2 decks will be eliminated completely from contention, and if a deck places 3rd place twice in a row, it also gets eliminated from contention, right? So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at our list today. Last week, this Gruul Bumi deck performed actually a lot better than I thought it was going to do. It went 3-1 for the week, and it actually tied Boros tokens for King of the Week. It lost in the stream on Sunday that we did on Twitch, but I still think that this thing is incredibly powerful. I made one slight change to the deck to try to give it a little bit more consistency, but outside of that, let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. So first up, we got 3 copies of the Gene Pollinator. This is the change that I made to the deck, right? I took away 1 copy of Bumi, so we went down to 3, and I went up 1 copy of this card just to try to see if we could get a little bit more consistency right in our early game. If we can see this card, then it allows us to get into our Badger Mode Cubs and things like that a little bit early and just spit out more creatures onto the battlefield, right? Next up, 4 copies of Llanowar Elves. Pretty self-explanatory. You play it for 1. It allows you to add an extra mana when you tap it. Still got 2 copies of Snakeskin Veil because this is a card that we want to use to protect our finishers. Cards like the Tybar, cards like Craterhoof Behemoth, and even Goldvein Hydra if we get a big enough one on the battlefield. Still got 2 copies of Combustion Technique. This is just to give us a little bit of removal, especially for bigger creatures. The more lessons we have in the graveyard, the more damage this does. We don't play a lot of lessons in this deck, just enough to try to get some value off of it. We also play 2 copies of the Iroh's Demonstration, which can be a very good sweeper against all of the 1/1 creature and you know, the landfall decks and the Badger Mode decks and the earthbending and stuff like that. Then we have 4 copies of course, that Badger Mode, because you guys know how I feel about this card by now. I know how everybody is complaining about it on the ladder, and trust me, when I go against it, I don't like it either. But it is just a really good card, especially for 2. It just does something really good, allows us to ramp and hopefully get into cards like Bumi and the Craterhoof and the Goldvein Hydra just that much sooner, right? So next up, 2 copies of Abandoned Attachments because it just helps us to draw some extra cards either early or late whenever we need to see our finishers or whenever we need to see some of our earlier plays like Earthbender Ascension, things to get the deck going. This is one of those cards that really helps us do that. Next up, we got 3 copies of the Earthbender Ascension. This is just going to be an enchantment that allows us to Earthbend for 2. And then we can search our library for a basic land card, and we can put it onto the battlefield tap. And whenever whenever a land hits the battlefield, when this is on the field, it allows us to put a quest counter on it. And then when there are 4 more quest counters, every one after that is going to put a +1/+1 on any creature that we want, and also give that creature trample. This is in combination with the Tybar, kind of provides us like a mini version of what the Craterhoof Behemoth is doing. So we like to really get this card on the field as soon as we possibly can so that it can start growing our creatures and helping us to finish out the games. Then we've got 3 copies of the Mossborn Hydra because this card can just absolutely get out of control. And this can also be one of our finishers that we use in order to just beat the opponent into submission. Every time a land hits the battlefield, you just double the amount of +1/+1 counters on this creature, and it comes into play with the +1/+1 counter on it. Next up, 2 copies of Tybar the Pummeler. This card, like I said, serves a couple roles. For 1, it can protect itself if we have other creatures, but for 5 mana, 3 and 2 green, it gives all of our creatures a +X/+X, where X is the greatest power among creatures that we control. So we can absolutely use this to snowball the game. and give us, you know, a lot of extra power on the field to give us that Crater Hoof-like effect. And once you combine this with the trample that the Earthbender Ascension can give, like, this thing can really get crazy. Then 3 copies of Bumi Unleashed. Bumi allows us to Earthbend 4 every time it enters the battlefield, and then when it deals combat damage to a player, we can untap all lands that we control, and then we get an additional combat phase where only our lands can attack. This can also be a finisher, but this card also serves as a bit of a lightning rod for our opponents. When they see this, because they realize the amount of value that we get, it can eat up some of their removal spells and allow us to push cards like the Crater Hoof and the Tyvar and the Mossborn Hydra through to the finish line. So we love that, right? Then we've got 2 copies of Crater Hoof Behemoth, the really big finisher. This card is just an absolute beautiful card to see, especially when you have a bunch of creatures on the field. It allows you to get +X until the end of turn, right? Where X is the number of creatures that you control. So once again, like, if we have 7 creatures on the battlefield already, and then this hits the battlefield, now every creature is going to get +8/+8 and trample. And this already has haste, so in a lot of cases, you know, unless you're going up against super stacked or Boroid boards, this card is gonna pretty much end the game every time. And then 4 copies of the Gold Vein Hydra. This is a card that we love to see early or late. It can be an early blocker for us that can help us do some ramping, or it can also be a finisher almost kind of out of nowhere when our opponents is tapped out on low health late. You play this for like 7 or 8, you get a big thing that can go ahead and beat your opponent to death. It also has vigilance, so it can block as well. Just all in all, you know, a pretty good card, right? Outside of that, we do play 1 copy of Fire Nation Palace in order to help us firebend and maybe play some more of our instants during combat. 3 mountains, 1 copy of Ba Sing Se, 7 basic forests, 2 commercial districts. They come in and they surveil 1, allow us to look at the top card of our library. We can either put it into our graveyard or we can leave it on top. This helps us to be able to churn through our deck a little bit, get a little bit of deck manipulation, and just hopefully it helps us to be a little bit more consistent. Then we have 4 copies of the Thornspire Verge, which is just untapped red and green lands. As long as we do have a mountain or a forest, it can give us both colors, but it just comes in untapped. Then we also have 2 copies of Fabled Passage to help us find our basics if we draw it, help us thin the deck out a little bit as well. And then 4 copies of Multi-Versal Passage, which, you know, this is probably my favorite land right now. It allows you to be so versatile. And it allows you to play a lot of different types of decks, 3-color decks, even some 4-color decks I've seen people doing. This is one of the best cards right now to me in the game when it comes to fixing mana and allowing you to do other things, so we love that. Outside of that though, if you guys have any ideas of things that you want to see on the channel, whether that be decks you want us to take a look at, or just ideas for the Gauntlet in general, you can go ahead and let us know down below in the comments. I'd be happy to go down there and have conversations with you guys. I'm always looking to build community. That's what this channel is, man. This channel is really about building up a community of people who just love playing Magic the Gathering the way that I do. So outside of that, man, can't wait to go ahead and get into these games. So without further ado, I will see you guys there. All right, so starting off our day, man, we brought the Gruul deck back, man. It's coming back for blood. It finished in 2nd place last week, and I think it's a little upset about that. But looking at this first hand, I'll be honest, I don't know that we can keep this. This is just very slow. And if we draw nothing but lands, this hand does nothing. So I'm going to mulligan. This hand, I suppose, is better. I'm actually going to get rid of a Mossborn Hydra here. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of a Hydra. Because I want to keep 2 of these because these can help us ramp. So I definitely want to keep 2 of these Gold Vein Hydras. But we're gonna have to see. Okay, love that. Love seeing that. I'm actually gonna play this so I don't have to take any life this turn. Any damage. Play this for 1 power, 1 toughness, and we attack. Now let's see what we got. Maybe next turn I play the other one, or maybe I play Tyvar, because Tyvar is going to play very well with the Hydra. Okay, another green forest, so I don't have to do this. Let's go ahead and play Tyvar. Let's go ahead and play Tyvar. They're going to scry 1. Scry bottom. This is still very slow. We really would like to start seeing some of our cards like Bumi, possibly even the Badger Mole. And it doesn't look like Magic wants to give us that right now, which honestly is giving our opponents all the time they need to find a way to finish us. Untap this artifact. Yeah, okay, so they're ramping. It's very possible we need to get aggressive. We need to put that on red, pay 2 life, go for bro, because they're playing islands, right? So I'm not seeing sweepers coming, right? So let's go play this for 3. Let's get aggressive. And now if they don't answer this, if we draw a 5th land, we can use Tyvar's ability to pump up the whole field, which would be incredible. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I want that now. I need that now. I need that 5th land. Please give us that 5th land. Oh, especially because they're doing nothing right now. They're doing nothing. 5th land ends the game. 5th land ends the game. This actually 369 almost ends the game. This almost ends the game, but we'll still play it out. You are so lucky. You are so lucky. Are we gonna beat him to death with multiple Hydras and a Tyvar? Return it. Okay. Okay. Still doing a lot of damage though. And of course, okay, so they're gonna gain 4 life with that next turn. Okay. Now they're at 4. So now next turn, I think I play this for 2. Unless they do something crazy here. Sire of 7 Deaths, which has lifelink, doesn't it? Okay. Not good. Not good at all. That does nothing. So now we're in trouble. Now we gotta try to get some cards, which they may counter. That does nothing right now. Not getting that 5th land might have actually really doomed us on this one, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah. Now they can go back up to 15 if they attack. Which they probably won't. They'll probably just sit back, right? And just wait for us, yeah. Okay. Oh, it has vigilance anyway. Yeah, forgot. Yeah. So they will go back up to 15. We'll go to 11 and they'll hold. Yeah, that's probably not looking very good for us right now. Because we didn't get what we needed. go back up to 22. At this point, I don't even know that Crater Hoof saves us. But I think we have to try, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to try and give ourselves the chance. Have to try to give ourselves a chance, but it might not work out for us because we didn't draw that fifth line. We were just very slow. Planetarium of Wan Shi Tong. Okay, swinging again. I'm gonna take it. It's about the only chance we have regardless. But they get off the top. UFO. Okay. Crater Hoof. No Crater Hoof. But I can pump everything twice. I don't know if that's gonna do it, but like, what other choice do we have? What other choice do we have? I think not. Do it. I think that actually might do it. That actually might win us the game, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Hold on. Hold on. You have to block everything, and you're gonna die now. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, sure. That did it. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Woo! Oh man, we barely pulled that one out, man. That was crazy. See, that's why Tyvar is in the deck, because it does stuff like that, man. Oh my goodness. Woo! On to the next one. On to the next one. And for us to win that game like that after they good gamed us like that early in the match, like it was already over, yeah. Take that. Take that, opponent. We're going first again. This hand is a lot better than the first one. You know what? I'm going to keep it. We're going to play the Multiversal Passage. Play the Llanowar Elves. Hope we can get Badger Mode Cub turn 2. Turn 2. Turn 2. Turn 2. Turn 2. Yeah. Y'all know what time it is. Oh, and they got that? Yeah. Got that. Definitely want this Earthbender Ascension. Get that going. Okay. And I'm gonna play this Hydra. Well, hold on. Or do I play Tyvar? Or I could play a 4 mana, well, I'm sorry, a 4 power and toughness Gold Vein Hydra. I actually think I like that. Let's do it. You can block my Badger Mole. I'm fine with that. Okay. Now what? Now what are we doing? So they've got 4 mana total. And they all red and green, right? So what is this? Sagu Wildling. Never seen that a day in my life. Ruby Daring Tracker. Overlord, okay. Okay. Yeah, so we play this. We give the commercial district the Earth Bend. Or do we give it to this? Let's actually do this. Boom. Play that out. Let's see. So now, maybe next turn, I can play Tyvar and use the pump ability. Oh, well, that just changed. That just changed what I can do. Oh, they did that right on time. They don't even realize how right on time that was. However, Hydra has trample though. Hydra has trample. So if you want to kill it, you go right ahead. We got a lot of trample. Random encounter. Mill 4 cards, put a bunch of stuff on the field. Legendary, okay. What happens with this? Does this go back at the end of the turn? No. Okay. Okay. Now we can play Tyvar. And I still want to rumble. Okay. Kill that Badger Mole, leave the Enduring Courage alive. Let's get ready to rumble. Okay, so now, if this board stays like it is, what is that? What happened? Tear up the peaks? Okay, okay. Not great, but not the worst thing in the world either, right? It's getting 7. It's coming at us for 7. This thing is attacking. What happens when it attacks? Create a tap meteorite. Deals 2 to any target. Okay. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. But I can block this. Make it indestructible. Tap that. That dies. Hits me there. And then how many creatures do I have to tap? All of them? Don't love that. Wait. No, I shouldn't have to tap all of them. Wait, what is this thing doing? It never wants to use the doggone treasure tokens. I'm like, I shouldn't have to do that. This should just be game. Come on. Get it together. Get it together, Magic. Crater Hoop time. Crater Hoop time. Crater Hoop time. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Another great victory with the Gruul Bumi. Hey, man. Hey, man. I ain't saying, I'm just saying, this is a good deck, man. This thing has been performing for me. I tell you that right now. On to the next one. Oh, wait. Also, this was a Badger Mode deck. Bonus point to the Bumi deck. Let's get it. When I tell y'all, I am genuinely having so much fun playing this doggone Gruul deck, man. Like, this thing gets wins, yo. It just gets wins. All right, so we're going first again. Got a Badger Mode, got Tyvar, got Abandoned Attachments. I think I'd be an idiot to not take this. I could be an idiot for keeping it too, we'll see. Don't need that. Start getting some other cards. What do we got? Light, Stall, Inquisitor. Sure. I suppose. Still nothing but lands. Come on. Can we get something besides lands, guys? Maybe? Guys? Help! Another seam rip? Or... Oh wait, can this do non-land? No, it has to be non-land permanent. Okay. Do I play this? Next turn I have a much bigger Golden Hydra. So let's go ahead and play out the Tyvar. Maybe it eats a removal spell and then we got Hydra next turn. Okay, Enduring Innocence. Optimistic Scavenger is gonna pump something. Potential. Okay, you got it. Ooh, another Badger Mole, huh? So actually, yeah. Now we have 4 mana. Play this for 3. Attack with the Gold Vein Hydra, see what happens. See what happens. So next turn we have a means of drawing some cards. The Crater Hoop would also be insane here. But our opponent has a decision to make. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Okay. 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 What we working with? Guys, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. All right. Investigate. Doing all of the good stuff. Yeah. Okay. Got a land drop. Also, a board wipe is pretty devastating right now, especially because they're up on cards. Although I guess it doesn't deal with Tyvar though, so. Okay, don't love that. But I think I would be willing to block with my Hydra. What if I did that and that? What if I did something like that? How would you feel about that? Also, there's a very good chance I may not, maybe I shouldn't have used the Gold Vein Hydra because I can pump up the whole field. So now I like really am playing for the Crater Hoof. Okay. Okay. I can take away a very important blocker for them. Okay. Let's try to draw a couple of cards. You know, 2 Llanowar Elves is awful. 2 Llanowar Elves is just, what a treat. You know? What a treat. And then we attack. This is actually tough, if I'm being honest. But at least we get both of these blockers. Yeah, okay, so they're gonna draw with that clue token. Okay. We attack with both of these. Okay. They're down to 12. And I love to play some Magic. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Obviously, Crater Hoof ends the whole game right here. Okay, another Inquisitor. So they're not planning on wiping the board. At least not yet. I'm fine with that. Seam Rip. Going for a Badger Mole. Nothing I can do about that. So that's not good, guys. That's not good. I could really use another Gold Vein Hydra here. Also, I need to be able to block with this Commercial District to get another Surveil off, because I need to churn through the deck some more. These are tough decisions, though. I'm actually not even mad at my opponent for taking their time on this one, because this is a very tough matchup. I really need something to take care of that Optimistic Scavenger. I don't think the deck has anything for that, though. At least not a single card. Like, yeah. I'll be honest though, that the abandoned attachments into 2 Llanowar Elves is just, it's gonna haunt my dreams tonight. Oh, is our opponent not playing? Has something happened to them? They also got to be careful about whether or not they want to attack here, because I could just like pump up whole squad, go crazy. Okay, Suki. Okay. Are you swinging though is the question. I think they got to be careful about swinging. Because to be fair, I can let that 8 go through. Let that go through, and I think I am going to. A Gold Vein Hydra would be the bee's knees right now. Magic the Gathering. That's not it. Okay. I could also play this for 2, right? 5 lets me pump everything up by 3. I swing. With everything except for one thing. Red, pay 2 life. So if I swing with everything except for the commercial district, leave him back to block, that leaves me susceptible to if they have another removal, like a, what am I thinking of? Like a Shelter by Ghost or a Seam Rip, which is not outside of the realm of possibility that they could draw that. But I think at this point, we got to take the chance, don't we? I think at this point, we got to take the chance. I really think we got to take the chance. They have to block. I guess, actually, they only have to block one thing, and then they just win. Let's see if they realize it. They actually only have to block one thing, and then they just win. Yeah, that wasn't a very good attack by me, if I'm being honest. Yeah. I didn't think about that on the fact that they only have to block, like, let's just say Tyvar, they take 8. Now they still swing back with 3 creatures, which, well, no. All they have to do is block Tyvar with a 2. Then they have 3 and 5 swinging back. Are they going to do anything before their timer runs out? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They tried to get it off. It didn't work though. Hold on. Now they can only deal 5. Hold the phone, people. And I'm killing both of these. Yeah, big oops. Big oops. If they can't remove this commercial district, they might have just gave us the game. But this Novice Inspector, yeah, it's gonna give them a couple card draws, and yeah, give them that. Give them the clue token. So they still have a chance to find it. Oh, that's not great. Hate that. Novice Inspector. So more blockers, which we don't really exactly love. Even more. Oh, well, no, that's what? Spacecraft. Stationing one of those things to boost it. It's gonna swing. It's really. Okay. I really need to find something, please. Bumi. Does Bumi do anything here? I don't think so. I don't think Bumi does anything here. Even if I tap a Llanowar Elves, play it, get a land, then we don't have the mana to do the thing. Yeah, I don't think Bumi does it here. I think I need like a Gold Vein Hydra. Iroh's Demonstration. if I had a way to do this and play the eye rolls without using these two creatures, I think I could have did it. But because I have to use them, yeah. And then this is gonna come in tapped, isn't it? Or no? Okay, it doesn't come in tapped. So we do have blockers. We do have blockers. We can survive if they don't have a removal spell. Like if that's a land, hate that, but it is what it is. If they have any sort of removal though, we're done. Yep, that'll do it. That'll do it. GG's opponent. GG's. This was a good match. This was a really good match. We were a card short. We were definitely a card short. If I had played Bumi instead of the Llanowar Elf, I'd still be a blocker short. So, good game. Good game. You did the thing. You did the thing. Oh well, can't win them all. This was a really good matchup too. We got very close, so I'm actually pretty encouraged about what we saw in that matchup. But outside of that, we're moving on. Moving on to the next one. Okay, so last game of the video. Let's see if this thing can actually go 3-1, or if it's gonna tie our first two decks of the week. Which, even if it does go 2-2, it's still gonna be ahead of the first two because it got the bonus point. So we're going first. Do I like this? I guess we're about to find out. Let's see if I actually like this. Okay. But is our opponent here though? Is our opponent here? Did you come here just to play the game? Opponent. Did you come here just to play the game? There we go. Let's absolutely see what's next. What was that land? Black. So maybe playing some creatures. Yeah, I'll leave it. I will leave it. And then if they don't destroy anything, well, no. The only thing you can take is something I have two of, so perfectly fine with that. Perfectly fine with that. Oh, and I can kill it anyway and get it back. Not that I would necessarily want to. We're not doing anything else with the mana, right? Might as well. Might as well. Not really doing much else with the mana. Unstoppable Slasher, we can kill that though. I will kill that. So let me get another red source. Next turn we can Bumi. enough. I would really like to see our explosion, man. Like, where's our Mossborn Hydras and the Tybars and the Crater Hooves? Like, I would love to see this stuff, you know? There's the Blood Letter, which tells you everything you need to know. But instead, we get that. Let's get a green. I'll do something like that. Let's see. All right, let's see what they got. Probably got to be some level of kill spells, right? Like, a black deck with no kill spells by now is unheard of. Another slasher. And what else? Another Deep Cavern Bat, or no? Kill spell, because of course it is. That's actually a moment where I wish we would have had a snakeskin veil. Attack with that so I can get a scry off. No, just attack with that. If he wants to block it, go right ahead, be my guest. I need it actually. Hold on. If I survive. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll block that. Okay. I don't think we got it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I've only got 2 attackers, yeah. Ah! That's unfortunate. That is mightily unfortunate. What would have probably done the trick here is the Crater Hoof. Maybe that's what I should have been scrying for, but the chances that we were going to see that is just not very high. And because we don't have any flyers, unfortunately, this one is Rapsky. This one is a Rapsky. Oh, well. So, Gruul Bumi deck didn't perform quite as well as it did last week. I mean, it went 2-2, only one less win, and it also got a bonus point. So I think overall it was a solid performance. This has been a very 2-2 kind of week, so I guess I can't be too upset about that. But outside of that, let's go ahead and take a look at this spreadsheet and see how things stack up for the week for the Gruul Bumi list. So I will see you guys there. Okay, and so taking a look at the Gruul Bumi list that we have for the week, I think it actually did pretty good, and I think it's still a very solid deck, very solid contender in the Black Magic Gauntlet. Those last couple of games that we actually lost were like so close. The margin was so very close. I think we could win those games, you know, a lot of other times that we would play out that matchup. So can't be too disappointed by how the deck performed this week. But outside of that, it did get, not W, it got 2 wins, got 2 losses. It did get a bonus point for beating the Badger Mode deck for a total of, oh wait, hold on. It had a 0.5 win rate for a total of 3 points. And so, yeah, I do think that obviously this one is going to be a very, very strong contender. I think at this point, looking at the numbers, it looks to me like Gruul is safe again. Yeah, because even if 2 other decks outperformed it, it would be 3rd place, and that'd be enough to get it on to the next week. The Teamer Storm list, the Teamer Otters is actually in danger of not being here, so that's something to take a look at. But if you guys did stay this long into the video, I really appreciate it if you could give me a like and a subscribe. It really does help out the health of the channel, and it allows me to continue to be able to bring content like this to you guys if it's valuable to you, if you enjoy it. Outside of that, I really do thank you for joining me in this today's episode of Black Magic Arena, and I will see you guys tomorrow with a brand new deck. Peace.